Hi guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to look at this small portulacaria afra lilliput. I think we're going to see if we can get it slid into a new pot today and then maybe do a little bit of pruning just to further refine it. But it's been in this terracotta pot for since last summer, so we'll see what kind of shape it's in. Hopefully we've got a few roots coming out of the bottom, so we should have some good roots on it. So let's go ahead and get it out of this pot. I'll just put this lid down here to catch the old soil. And hopefully it'll just come out of here. The soil's pretty dry because I knew I was going to repot it, so which is good. Makes it a lot easier. It's looking pretty good. A nice little root flare on it. Should make it easy to stand in the new pot. Yeah, nice flat base. We'll trim a few of these roots away, but not a lot of them. We'll keep enough on there. There we go. That'll work. I'll set that aside here. Now I've got a couple, 2 or 3 pots here that I'm thinking about. Got this ceramic one, which I don't think is going to work. Plus, it's just too vertical for this tree layout. Got this little brown one here, which I think might work. It's a little snug, but that fits the size of the tree pretty well, which is a good candidate. You have this other brown pot, unglazed. It's a little bit bigger, and in proportion it looks a little bit big for the tree, but it would also allow it to continue growing and put on a little bit more thickness and density in the leaves. So kind of liking I like the way that one looks. Maybe we can, squeeze it into a pot like that once it gets a little more refined for the final presentation. But I think for now, I'll put it in this pot just to give it, because if you look at it from the top, it's got a little bit of room around there to let the roots continue to grow pretty well. And it doesn't look horrible. It is just a little big, but I think for what we're doing today, I think that'll work out just fine. So set that tree over there, and we'll get a little soil. I don't think we're going to wire it in. Just kind of nestle it in there just like that, I think. We'll offset it to the left just a touch, or offset to the right, which almost ends up being right in the center. I think we'll just offset it to the left just a little bit. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, it's sitting in there pretty nice without having to wire it. Yeah, kind of like that. So we'll go ahead and continue to fill the soil up here. this nestled in here. And this soil mix I'm using is my akadama lava and pumice mix. Which seems to work out good. It was leaning a little bit to the left. It was leaning this way, so what I'm doing is picking up the tree just a little bit and then moving some of the soil back underneath the root base just to prop this end up a little bit more. Just a slight move, which I think helps. I'm just gently pressing down just to make sure everything's packed in nice. And since I did do a little cutting on the roots, I'll let this sit for a day or two just to make sure those root tips dry out and harden off a little bit before I start watering, just so we don't introduce any root rot or anything like that. So, you know, I think it'd probably be okay if I watered it, but there's no harm in waiting either. So better be safe than sorry, I guess. So my goal with this tree is to kind of, you know, have this pad over here kind of look like it's just kind of one piece with a little bit of opening here so you can still see this branch, but then the top would kind of form the left side of the triangle like this. And then same thing over here, this branch is just a little farther down, so I'm going to have a little bit more separation in through here, but this top canopy will continue on in like a triangle, and then I'll have a gap, and then this pad will continue on out here. I'll let that thicken up. I'm going to probably not trim this branch because I want to thicken this branch up here, so I'm just going to let this continue to grow a little bit before I cut it back. But it is ramifying nice. It's starting to spread out here, so I'll get some width here, which is nice. Not actually coming off the trunk, it's coming off of this branch in here, if you can see that in there. It's coming off of this branch, but I still like it. I don't think it's going to cause any swelling issues. If anything, it'll just help this branch get thicker. I don't think it's going to cause any knuckling or, you know, inverse taper, but we'll keep an eye on it just to make sure. But I do like, because if I don't have that, I really don't have a back branch. There's nothing coming out the back until I get up here farther in the top up here. So this will kind of fill in for a back branch, even though it's a branch coming off of this branch here. It's like a secondary branch, but I think it'll still serve the purpose of a back branch, just the way it's positioned. So I'm gonna let that continue to grow out. Let's go ahead and take some of these back over here. Not going to be a lot of pruning today, but just enough to kind of keep it in check. I'm going to bring the top down quite a bit because I don't want it to get much taller. I just want it to continue to thicken up in there. And the top tends to grow a little faster anyway, so if I keep taking it down, hopefully spur some growth a little farther down. I do have some wire on here, so I'm just going to manipulate this branch just a little bit, kind of bring it a little bit forward. So it almost looks like the tree is, you know, instead of being in a flat plane like this, it's kind of curling forward a little bit, almost like it's giving you a little hug. Just a little more inviting, giving you the tree. Yeah, so I'll let this continue to grow. Like I said, my goal is to get the top to come down about where the end of the chopstick is, and then kind of be flat on the bottom. And this will continue to thicken up, and then overall will get me that triangle shape that I'm looking for. So I think that's about all the pruning I'm going to do on it today. Just a little prune. I just wanted to get it into a new pot so it can start establishing itself. It's warm enough here in Texas. Nighttime temperatures are consistently in the 50s and 60s, so I'm slowly taking my trees outside, which is nice, and I'll show you guys that once I get them out there and kind of what my setup is outside. So with that, I think we'll leave that one just like that for today. I'll give you a quick spin around just so you can see it. There's the front, there's the left side, there's the back, right side, and back to the front. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.